Rural Idahoans on the border of Canyon County and Ada County, they're asking for answers. A renewable energy company called Savion wants to build a solar farm on thousands of farmland acres. The neighbors in the neighborhood, though, they say they were never notified about this, and they heard about the project secondhand. So now they're trying to play catch-up, and they're voicing their opposition. Here's Andrew Bartline.
There's a comfort in southern Idaho's farmland in its simplicity.
You know, this is home.
And there's concern in the inevitable.
Development after development.
It's complicated.
Seems like it's disappearing pretty fast, but...
And now Dustin Ferdinand's home is in jeopardy.
Yeah.
Savion, a renewable energy company, is proposing a 2,400-acre solar farm squarely in the middle of fertile farmland.
It's just not the right place.
And Leroy Taylor knows the land best.
Since 6 weeks after school started in 1949.
It's been his home ever since.
Yeah, it is completely surrounded by canal laterals and people, lots of people.
And those people didn't even know this massive solar farm project was in the works.
So we hear about it from hearsay from the neighbors. We start kind of diving into it a little bit.
And the business pitch is bright as the sun. Savion calls it low impact, clean, quiet investment.
We still need help to understand all that.
And they still need answers to their questions, including the long-term impacts on the land and groundwater.
This is absolutely the wrong place to build a solar farm, up on top of this hill surrounded by water and that aquifer underneath.
This map shows the full scale of the proposed project.
So widespread, it actually takes up 2 counties.
2,400 acres on paper, but it's anything that touches the sun.
And if you look over
in person,
basically this whole farmland, everything right here across the horizon and even past to what we can see.
You see that tower on the end of that pivot? That's a 1/4 mile. It goes a full mile that way, so it covers quite a bit of ground.
Making his home unrecognizable.
Yeah, it sure does.
These neighbors are now getting together to discuss their shared concerns and to learn about what they're not being told by developers.
Landowners of, trying to do what they want to do with their land, I don't blame them.
Or maybe what the developers don't know either.
Is it really truly green? It supplies the commodities for 3 dairies, 3 local dairies. They're gonna have to do a bigger carbon footprint to even go further out to get their commodities.
It's got these neighbors now reminiscing about times when life wasn't so complicated.
I would like to figure out a way to let this community know what they're really up against.
The reason they moved here in the first place.
You definitely lose the small town aspect that we all enjoy.
Savion says the project will be able to power more than 45,000 local homes. They are hosting a public meeting in Melba next Tuesday. They call it an informational open house. As for the neighbors who already have their minds made up, they're holding a meeting for people who live in that area who are nearby and could or would be impacted. That meeting is tomorrow at the Melba Center. It's at 6:30 p.m., Joe. For both of those meetings, you might not have a pen and paper. We'll have it on our website at ktvb.com. And this story, so you could go to either if you are so interested.
It's a fascinating conversation about solar farms because, we've heard this before. It's not unique to Idaho, where you have people that say this is the golden solution to power our areas, but then you have the neighbors that live in the neighborhood that say, well, you don't have to live next to it. So it's very intricate. I'm interested to see how this goes on.
Yeah, and the conversation about replacing that farmland, I'm curious, what is that net gain? I'm not a scientist who has studied it, but if it's in desert land, you're not exactly losing that farmland from it. So it's an interesting conversation to have. We'll see how it shakes out. I imagine there's going to be an environmental impact statement that will help ultimately decide if this gets greenlit or struck down.
Fascinating. Okay, we'll keep an eye on that one. Andrew Bartline reporting on a Friday. Thanks, Andrew.